What is going on, traders, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm glad to have you. Now in this video, we're going to be going over my watch list for the trading week of March 28th, 2022. Let's get to it. Okay, so here's a list of some of the companies having earnings this week. I'm watching quite a few of them, but the ones that I'm going to be focusing on this week is going to be Academy Sports, Micron and the entire semiconductor sector, CHWY, Biontech, and all of the other vaccine plays, and Paychex. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the watch list. Okay, first up is going to be Academy Sports, ticker symbol ASO. Now here I have it pulled up on the weekly chart. Now this company doesn't have much of a stock history because they IPO'd back at the end of September of 2020 and had a nice run until it got up to around $51 and sold off with the rest of the market. Now, if you go back and look at some of their previous earnings, they've reported good numbers and it's caused the stock to run up, all right, before eventually selling off again. But so the levels that I'm going to be watching for this one is around $30 on the low end, because you can see within the last few weeks, it's got down to around $30 and buyers came in and bought it back up again. So if it drops, I'm looking for it to hold this $29.75 or $30 range. Now, if they have good earnings and good forward guidance and the market likes it, I'm looking for it to break this $38.50 and run up to around $45. Okay, so keep Academy Sports on your watch list and let's see what happens. All right, up next is the semiconductor sector. Now, even though Micron, ticker symbol MU, has earnings this upcoming week, I'll be focusing more on Nvidia and AMD for my plays. Now, don't get me wrong, this is Micron on the weekly chart. You can see these candles. There's a lot of volatility in this stock. It can go between $5 to $15 in range within a week. So this is not something that I'd be interested in swinging, but you could catch one or two good days within the week and make all your money either to the up or the downside. Now, I'm expecting Micron to have good earnings and push this one up to around $85. So if you're interested in playing this one, just keep your eye on it. All right. Sticking with the semiconductors, here's Nvidia, ticker symbol NVDA, on the weekly chart. Now you can see over the last 2 weeks, Nvidia's had a nice little run, bouncing back from around $209, now sitting at around $276. It created a spinning top on the last week's weekly chart, and you can see here this $272 level is what I'll be watching. Now, if Nvidia opens and holds $272 on Monday, I'm looking for it to continue to run all the way up to around $308 if the week is bullish. Now, if it cannot hold this one and the market is bearish, I'm looking for it to come down to around $245 this upcoming week. All right, so keep Nvidia on your watch list also. All right, up next is going to be CHWY, ticker symbol CHWY. Now here I have it pulled up on the weekly chart here, and you can see there's a very significant consolidation range that begins around $45.50. And over the last couple of months, it's been struggling to get out of this range, all right? And for the most part, it's been sitting beneath $45.50. Now, CHWY has earnings after hours on Tuesday, so it's kind of hard to play this one to the upside or to the downside because you never know what's going to happen. But if you look at the options chain for this one, there's a lot of open interest to the downside for this ticker. And it kind of makes sense because if you look at some of their past earnings, they've missed quite a few times, all right? So what I'm looking for on this one is to, if you put out a lotto play or something like this one, for CHWY to drop down to around $36.50, all right? So keep this one on your watch list, but be careful playing this one because it's after hours. You buy a call or a put, and the next morning you're either up or you're down. So play this one carefully, all right? All right, up next is Paychex, ticker symbol PAYX. Now here I have it pulled up on the weekly chart here, and you can see this company, since it's been on the market, has been on a nice run. It's got as high as almost $140. Now, if you go back and look at some of their past earnings, they've consistently reported good numbers, and I don't see anything different happening this time around. So what I'm looking for Paychex is to report positive numbers and for it to run up and test its all-time high of around $140, okay? So keep this on your watch list and let's see what happens. All right, and the last one we're going to be taking a look at is Biontech, ticker symbol BNTX. This is the parent company for Pfizer. Now, if you have not played any of these vaccine stocks during earnings, it's not uncommon for them to run up $40 to $50 or even drop $40 to $50 based on the market sentiment. All right. Now, when I play these, I only play either Moderna, ticker symbol MRNA, or Biontech. All right. Now, NVAX, ticker symbol NVAX, and Pfizer, ticker symbol PFE, they don't run like these other two. So I focus on basically these two. All right, so back to Biontech. Now they have a gap to fill that sits around $180 right now. Now, if they have good earnings, I'm looking for it to push through this and get up to around $200. Okay. Now, if they do not have good earnings and the market tries to sell this one off, I'm looking for it to come down to test around $123. Okay. So keep this one on your watch list and let's see what happens. All right, and with that, that is the end of the video. If you found value, please smash that like button and consider subscribing. Here's wishing you a prosperous week of trading, and until next week, talk to you later.